It was 1986 when a young Sally Metcalf, then Seddon, then Webster arrived on the cobbles, and a lot has happened since that fateful rainy day. Oh, she's now one of the longest-running characters, and we're delighted to be joined by the woman who plays her. Welcome, Sally Dynevor. Hi, Sally.
Oh, hi. It's so nice to be with you all. I've been listening to you. It's so good. The show's
That's great. Now, listen, that was a fantastic slap that you gave Natalie, but we need to have Natalie's revenge. So if you don't mind, let's get this out of the way. Cue the music.
Hey up, Sally Webster. You know that song, Ride, Sally, Ride? Well, you took that a bit literally after I left the cobbles, that's all I can say. BAFTA.
She's been practicing that all morning, Sally.
Oh, my God. Hi, Sal.
I've never slapped anyone as hard as I did with Denise. And in fact, I think Denise is the only character that I've ever slapped that hard on the street before.
The director.
I've never had
the director, do you remember? Do you remember she tried it, because she's so lovely, Sally. She tried it 6 times and she kept going, I just can't. And the director was getting so fed up. Eventually he went, just go for it, and that was it. So it really, because my face was really up, wasn't it, that day? Do you remember? You really went for it.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I really had to spend about 15 minutes apologising because I felt so bad. But you know what? It worked so well because we were such good friends as well. So we were just able to sort of work it out between us. In fact, I really want your character to come back. Natalie Bond to come back. And she should get her revenge on Sally next time.
Well, I think she owns half the garage.
Yeah, you're not having her, Sally. You're not having her. Listen, how does it feel to be an icon?
Oh, my God. Do you know, I was so shocked, Kay, when they said they were going to do it. I was like, really? Have I got enough scenes in the can to do one of those? But actually, just looking at that montage, you forget so much of all the things you've done over the years that I was just looking at that going, oh, my gosh, I've forgotten half of those scenes. So I'm quite excited about seeing it tonight, although it is a bit strange watching yourself getting older over the years, and also your kids watching you when you were 23, because now I've got 25, 23 and a 16-year-old, and they're all going to be watching me at their age, which is just, you know, it's really strange.
And of course, Phoebe, because you know, I saw Phoebe yesterday.
I know, she sent me a message.
I know. And Phoebe used to come into who's now a star in her own right. She's got what's the series called, Sal, that she's going to be in?
It's called Bridgerton, and it comes out on Netflix at Christmas.
And she's in this period drama. She's beautiful. Because Sally used to bring her into the green room when she was 3, and Phoebe used to go, can I have lipstick? And Sally always used to put this really sort of pale lipstick on, and I used to go, oh, for goodness sake, and drag her over and put this red on. She always used to go, I want Denise to do my lipstick.
Sally, can you remember your first day on Coronation Street back in 1986?
Oh, my God, I can, because I was so nervous. It was like my 3rd job out of drama school. And, of course, you know, when I was at drama school, everyone said, oh, you'll be in Corrie because you've got this northern accent, because everyone else was quite posh. And my first day on Corrie, I was just like awestruck. It was just amazing. You know, I met so many wonderful, iconic characters. And but the very first day was very strange because Michael Lavelle, I'd known from Oldham Theatre Workshop when we were 13. And he was like, you know, 18 months younger than me. So I remember thinking he was just a little kid. And then suddenly I'm up to play his girlfriend in Corrie, and we hadn't seen each other for like, you know, 10 years or something, and then suddenly I walk in and meet him, and of course the rest is history. We played husband and wife for 25 years. So
unbelievable. And of course one of the sadder storylines that of course we touched on the issue this morning with the Sarah Harding thing was when you your storyline had Sally getting breast cancer, and because of that storyline, if I'm right, if I remember, you went and did research, and that is the only reason you found out the early diagnosis.
That is, I mean, the hardest thing for me was that, you know, life was imitating art. And there was an afternoon where I just thought I'd go and check to see if I was okay. And I just had a little feel. I could feel something really tiny. Went to our nurse at ITV, and she sent me straight to Leicester Bar, who said, "You've got breast cancer." And it was the biggest shock for me ever, because I would never have checked if it wasn't for what I was doing on the street. So it was a massive shock. But you know, my heart goes out to Sarah Harding. It's really difficult to tell people. I remember telling my fellow cast members, it was the hardest thing I've ever done. And also having to tell my children, that's really, really hard. But, you know, I think the one thing I want to say is that it's really important that we know the signs and symptoms of breast cancer, that we all check, and also very important to support research into prevention and prediction for the future, for our future. You know, I've got 2 girls. It's for our future. We need to be helping with the research for this, so when we find out who's going to get it in the future and how we can prevent it.
Carol?
Sally, you had it 10 years ago, right? So you're fine now, obviously. And in a way, you know, a lot of people need to know that so many people do get away from it and they do get better. So, you know, do you think about it now? How do you feel about it now? Do you ever, I mean, I hardly ever think about it unless you know, somebody else brings it up, to be honest.
Yeah, the same with me, Carol. I never think about it. It never really enters my head. I mean, occasionally I'll worry if I've got an ache or a pain. I'll start panicking a little bit. But no, you know, it was a chapter of my life, and I said to the kids, it was a blip in life, and you know, I'm very lucky. I'm back to how I was before, and no, it doesn't define me. It's just something that happened to me, and it was a long time ago now. That's the way I've got it in my head.
Yeah, and you carried on working all the way through it, which was remarkable, and you're showing no signs of going anywhere. I think you're the 7th longest serving cast member now. Are you going for the #1 spot, Sally?
Oh my God, definitely, yeah, definitely.
Well, you've got a lot of competition, of course, with Bill Roach and, you know...
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's the longest soap character in the world.
And Barbara
Is he?
Knox.
Yeah, and Barbara, Dame Barbara.
Yeah, it's funny you said Barbara Knox. I was going to say Rita Fairclough. It's terrible. I just see the characters.
Well, that's terrifying when you
forget...
first go into Corrie and you're so terrified, you know, to call characters by the because some don't like it, do they, Sally?
Oh, no, really don't, no.
No.
But
That's
no,
why it's
I
handy
mean,
with her.
both Denise and I've worked with such iconic characters on Corrie. I was just thinking this morning about, you know, Betty Driver and Brian Mosley and all those characters.
Oh,
that
Hilda Rompton.
Yeah.
And
Jean.
Hilda, of course, Jean Alexander, you know, they're wonderful, wonderful characters. And yeah, I feel really lucky that I've had an opportunity of working with them, because they were just incredible. And you learn so much from actors like that, character actors who, you know, just do spontaneous things that you just go, God, that was genius. Where did they think of that? That's so good. So yeah, I feel very lucky that I'm still in Corrie after all this time.
Yeah, and for many years to come, we hope. Well, Sally, we're all going to be sitting watching the show tonight, Corrie Icon, starring Sally Dynevor. It's going to be fabulous. At 8:30 tonight on ITV. Thanks, Sally. Thank you.
Sally. Bye. Bye-bye.